Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do, and I'll bet it can be hard work. You know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowner's or renter's insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing, too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. It's Geico Easy. Visit geico.com today. That's geico.com.
The Ticket. Michigan Insider Podcast is brought to you in part by defense attorney and WTKA legal insider Joe Simon. Find Joe at themichigandefenders.com.
And we are back, folks, here on the Michigan Insider. Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTKA.com. Sam Webb, I Rewind Tribe on the other side. You know what that music means. It means it's the time of the show where we give you the latest and the greatest in football and our basketball recruiting. Take your recruiting questions at this time. And this time only at 734-998-1050. You can tweet us at Michigan Insider. Tweet me directly at SamWeb77. You can email us at studio@WTKA.com. I know, ordinarily coming off a big football victory, Michigan's 5-0, trending up, top 10. I mean, it's like a lot of questions about how does this affect things on the football recruiting trail. Give us some feedback from football prospects. MichiganInsider.com. Those returns are already starting to come in. But I cannot focus on football recruiting this morning because today is a significant day in basketball recruiting. As they continue to do, Juwan Howard and company, they continue to do work on the basketball recruiting trail. And as such, one of their top targets in the 2022 cycle is planning to make his announcement today. And so I think the Wolverines are officially on commit watch for Greg Glenn, 6'7", 215, out of Calvary Christian Academy, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This young man, according to 24/7 Sports, is the number 80 prospect nationally and a number 11 power forward, rated as a power forward, according to 24/7 Sports. But he's like a 3-4 prospect. Gives you some stretchability. He can shoot it. He can shoot it off the bounce, can put it on the floor for a few dribbles. Not a super twitchy guy, but a good finisher. You can see that as you watch some of his film, but a guy who is super, super close to the Howard family. Known him for a long time, obviously really tight with Jet, one of the Knight Rider elite guys as well. And you could, even on the visit that he took a few weeks back now, I mean, you could just see the camaraderie. You could see the connection. Talk to him after the visit. And he said, Michigan just feels like home, or communicated with him after the visit. Said Michigan just felt like home. And a big part of that is the relationship, the long-standing relationship that he's had with the Howards. As I look back on this recruiting cycle, for a long time, it seemed like this 3-4 slot was mostly about Ty Rogers from Grand Blanc. Similar size, different game. Ty Rogers' recruitment is more in terms of redundancy, in my opinion. It is more connected to the Greg Glenn recruitment than it is the Jet Howard recruitment. So the irony is that, in my opinion, I'm stressing this as my opinion, not anything that I've heard from Ty or from Mike up at Grand Blanc, who, state champs, a lot of pride that, the championship comes from near my hometown. Even though Ty is a Saginaw guy, we still claim him up there in the Flint area. But it's my opinion that, the likelihood of Jet being I think most people think that's likely, right? You think Jet Ira, do you have a crystal ball? If you had a crystal ball, would you put one on Jet Howard to Michigan?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but I'll close my eyes and say I think I'll predict Jet Howard to Michigan.
And I just think
there's just this connection, Sam. I can't put my finger on it, but there's a tight connection for him.
Yeah, the coach seems to have an inside track.
Maybe his brother. I don't know.
Yeah, you just feel like Michigan is the favorite for Jet Howard. But see, here's the thing. They've always been the favorite for Jet Howard. So for the likelihood of his matriculation to Michigan to start affecting that recruitment, to me says more about him maybe wanting to, maybe feeling like the opportunity for him, this is again with my opinion, might be a little more pronounced. There might be a greater chance for him to have a more prevalent role elsewhere. Now, again, Jet Howard was always coming, so that's not a revelation. It's just me thinking out loud and say, hey, at the end of the day, maybe an opportunity to be more of a focal point is something that he looked for. And you could get that at some other place. Purdue, for instance. A lot like kind of reminds you of like a Vince Edwards type. I could see that. It makes sense. Meanwhile, as that goes in a different direction, seemingly, the prominence of Greg Glenn as a likely member of the class, I think, rose. This is, again, my opinion. And so now I think that Michigan, you look at the other schools that have offered Greg Glenn, you got Arkansas, Alabama. Nate Oates continues to do a great job down there at Bama. They picked up Jaden Bradley, 5-star point guard. You remember Michigan was recruiting him? Yeah, Nate got that dude. So, they are to be reckoned with on the basketball recruiting trail now too. And so Bama, Arkansas, Florida's offered him, Florida State. Again, this is back to Greg Glenn. Georgia Tech. I mean, this dude has, like legit offers. Okie State, Miami, Maryland, the Terps. They've offered. I think Michigan is the overwhelming team to beat. Have a crystal ball in for Greg Glenn. And so I think that it will be another top 100 guy in the fold for the Maize and Blue before the day is out. That is my opinion on the matter. Let's wait to see how it all plays out. We will get that a little bit later on today, so keep an eye on it over on the MichiganInsider.com. That'll do it for the recruiting roundup. You missed this or any other recruiting roundup, you can always go to WTK.com, pull it down on the podcast. It's always uploaded before the end of the show. As we get to the break, let me tell you, folks, man, I've been thinking about it. Wouldn't it be great to get out, get in the RV, go tailgate at one of these spots in your RV? That's one thing. I've had one tailgating experience in the RV back in the early 2000s. We had RV out at the Michigan-Iowa game. Last time Iowa had a team this good. As good as the one that they have now. It's been a while, but that is a fun experience, right? A lot of listeners like to do that, or maybe just want to get out and get the family out on a camping trip, a fishing trip, or what have you. But just think it's out of your reach to be able to afford an RV. Well, not anymore. Not when you deal with a company that's been doing business with integrity since 1969, breaking barriers in the RV industry. Larry's RV in Jackson has their second annual fall sales event coming up. All remaining 2021s must go. They have payments as low as $155 a month with financing up to 240 months. And so just when you thought you couldn't afford your dream RV, guess again. Here's Larry's RV. And the first 20 approved applications will receive $1,000 off the purchase price of any new or pre-owned RV. So go to larrysrvservice.com, fill out a credit application, and get ready for new lifetime memories to start happening. Larry's RV's second annual fall sales event starts October 5th, tomorrow, through the 9th. So that's Tuesday through Saturday, October 5th through the 9th, from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. So stop in at Larry's RV at 2501 Lansing Avenue in Jackson. That's Larry's RV at 2501 Lansing Avenue in Jackson. They want to be your RV dealership for life. Joining us on the other side, my guy for life. He's been breaking it down. I'm sure we're going to get some I told you so's this morning. He's smiling. He's like, yep, you know me. Gonna get some I told you so's from our Monday morning quarterback, Devin Gardner. He's in the building. We will get to that on the other side here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTK The Ticket, the official voice of University of Michigan Sports, Ann Arbor, a Cumulus station.